Welcome to Little Stories Around Us, where you can relax, listen, and learn English through calm and meaningful stories. Science often changes the way we live. It helps us understand the world, solve problems, and make life safer. Sometimes even a small discovery can save lives. This is one of those stories. In Australia, at Flinders University, a group of researchers began studying something unusual. They were not building rockets or robots. They were trying to protect people from sharks. Every year, a few shark attacks happen around the world. They are rare, but when they happen, they can be serious or even deadly. Most sharks are not dangerous to humans. They do not hunt people. Still, their sharp teeth and powerful jaws can cause deep wounds and heavy bleeding in seconds. The researchers asked a simple question: can we make wetsuits that reduce shark bite injuries? They wanted to help surfers, divers, and swimmers stay safer in the ocean. Traditional wetsuits are made from a soft material called neoprene. Neoprene is warm and flexible, but it tears easily. When a shark bites it, the teeth go straight through. So the scientists needed to find something stronger. They looked for materials that could resist cutting and tearing. After months of research, they focused on two types of strong fibers: Kevlar and polyethylene. Kevlar is famous for being used in bulletproof vests. It is light, flexible, and 5 times stronger than steel by weight. Polyethylene is another strong fiber used in protective clothing, helmets, and ropes. Together, they can form a tough fabric that is both light and strong. The team decided to create several new wetsuit materials using these fibers. They made different layers, some thicker, some thinner, to test how they would perform. Then they began testing. The tests were not simple. They had to understand how a shark bites. Sharks bite with incredible force, and their teeth are shaped to tear and cut. The team used shark jaws, special machines, and even real shark bites to test the materials. They compared the new fabrics with traditional neoprene. When a shark bit the neoprene, it tore immediately. But when the new materials were tested, the results were surprising. The bites were much shallower. The cuts did not go as deep. The blood loss from the test models was much less. The researchers were amazed. Even though the new wetsuits could not completely stop a shark's bite, they could reduce the damage and give victims more time to get help. In a real emergency, a few minutes could mean the difference between life and death. Dr. Kate Baker, one of the researchers, said, "We wanted to create something that saves lives without changing how people enjoy the ocean." The team continued to test the materials in more conditions: salt water, sun exposure, and repeated stretching. They wanted the wetsuits to stay strong and comfortable for everyday use. The goal was not only protection, but also flexibility and warmth. The new suits performed well in every test. They were light, easy to move in, and strong enough to resist tearing. Compared with the old chainmail suits used by professional divers, the new wetsuits were much more practical. Chainmail was heavy and inflexible. It could stop bites, but no surfer could wear it comfortably. These new materials changed that. They offered protection without losing comfort. Surfers could move freely, divers could swim naturally, and lifeguards could work safely. The research also changed how people thought about shark safety. In the past, some believed the only way to protect humans was to catch or kill sharks. But scientists now focus on peaceful solutions, like technology that protects people without harming marine life. Flinders University's work became an example of how science and compassion can work together. The goal was never to fight against nature, but to learn from it and live safely within it. The researchers used both laboratory tests and field experiments. In one test, they attached pieces of the new fabric to foam blocks shaped like human legs. Then they placed the blocks in the water where sharks naturally feed. Tiger sharks and great white sharks bit the samples with full force. Later, when the scientists examined the materials, they saw that the damage was reduced by more than half compared to regular neoprene. The fibers had absorbed much of the energy from the bite. One of the most important findings was that the new materials did not affect how people move in water. Swimmers and surfers could still glide smoothly. That made the suits ideal for sports and recreation. The researchers also studied the cost. The materials were more expensive than normal wetsuits, but they believed that as technology improves, production would become cheaper. For professionals who spend long hours in the ocean, like rescue divers, surf instructors, and marine photographers, the extra safety could be worth the price. The study was published in several scientific journals. It quickly drew international attention. News outlets around the world shared the story, calling it a smart solution to a dangerous problem. Environmental groups supported the research too. They liked that it did not harm sharks. The idea was to reduce fear, not increase it. Sharks are an important part of the ocean ecosystem, and this project helped people respect them more. The researchers continued improving the suits. They experimented with new weaves, mixing materials to get the best strength-to-flexibility ratio. They also tested designs that could protect specific areas of the body, such as the legs and arms, which are more likely to be bitten. In later stages, rescue teams and surf schools tried the new suits in real conditions. They said the suits were comfortable, light, and easy to wear. More importantly, they gave people confidence. Knowing there was some protection helped reduce fear and stress. The project also inspired other scientists to explore similar ideas. Researchers in other countries began studying protective fabrics for different situations, from animal bites to sports injuries. Flinders University's success showed that innovation does not always mean complex technology. Sometimes it means rethinking simple things, like the clothes we wear, and improving them with science. Dr. Baker once explained, "We wanted to find a way for people and sharks to share the same space safely. Sharks are not our enemies. They are part of our planet, just like we are." Her words remind us that science can build bridges between humans and nature. It can turn fear into understanding. It can make dangers safer and the impossible possible. Today, shark bite-resistant wetsuits are still being developed and improved. Some companies are working with the Flinders team to bring the technology to the market. In the future, these wetsuits could become common for professionals and even recreational users. Although shark bites are rare, they leave a big impact. Many victims survive, but they carry physical and emotional scars. Every improvement in protection helps reduce those tragedies. Science may never completely remove the risk, but it can make the ocean a safer place for everyone who loves it. The next time you see a surfer on the waves or a diver exploring the deep blue, remember the people behind the scenes, scientists who work quietly to protect others. Their research shows how knowledge, patience, and creativity can save lives. From bulletproof vests to shark-proof wetsuits, Kevlar and polyethylene continue to protect people in new and unexpected ways. And that is the beauty of science. It never stops learning, never stops improving, and never stops caring about the world we share.
If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to Little Stories Around Us to learn English calmly every week. See you in the next story, and take care of your dreams.